Okay, look, this video is gonna be a special one, man. Look, I did everything for the empire that I put on my back, for the chip I had on my shoulder to just make it in this world and have the place of security. So I've been documenting my life, helping men's life, and putting in 60 hours a week of improving my life, okay? And I want to tell you that yes, 60 plus hours is going to change your life. You will see a major change in yourself and the people around you. You will have battles and hard come across in your process, but it's all things that you can come across and conquer and get past, bro. Now, one thing I want to say, getting into the 60 plus hours. Now, it's going to be a point where you're very driven to changing your life, and you're going to be very serious because you've been playing around all the time. You haven't been doing the things you need to do. You haven't been turning them 3 a.m. conversations to where you need to be in your life. So you start to take the action. You start to apply the time to invest into yourself and change your life, right? You realize you can't hang out with the same people. You realize you got to be able to, play it smooth when that manager step out of line, to where you just got to say it in a coding way to where, hey, you won't be able to disrespect me on the job. You're going to be able to be put in situations to where you are having to make the decision whether or not you're going to be able to be around certain people, whether or not they're friends, family. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense no more. And that's really the most important thing of just growing now. You get what I'm saying? Because you get to a point where you realize, like, okay, certain things are not worth it no more. But one thing I've come to after doing the 60 plus hours for 3 years, man, 3 years, you come to realize that you got to stop taking everything so serious into heart. Take it to serious as far as in as serious you need to take it. But you ever see the person who gets fame overnight and gets success overnight, and it seems like they wasn't trying or taking it serious? It's because they have the ability to just do and get after things in their life without putting the pressures on them in their life. See, you got too many pressures on you in your life. You put yourself in a boat to where you take yourself to the point of overthinking too much. Not enough to where you can get success and get the things that you want. It's more of just overthinking the things that you want to where you never get the things you want. Or when it comes to judging yourself and putting yourself in a boat, you always judge yourself the hardest and don't give yourself the credibility of what you have done in your life or what you have in your life. So you'll never realize the things you have because you're always paying attention to the things you don't have. And then you get mad at the woman who's, choosing the men that they don't have, but you doing the same thing of glorizing and, fantasizing about the things you don't have and not working towards them and just having fun on the process of doing it now, okay? You'll come to realize is not everybody can take your success of the things you get on the 60 plus hours. Man, I'm watching stuff real close. You ever post your success or something you accomplish, and then people start to skip off your accomplishments? Why do you think that is? People aren't going to be able to sit in the heat of the things that you worked hard for in your life. It's like people wants to just watch from the outside, but when it really comes down to it, when you grew up with them and they really didn't expect you to do good things in your life, and you prove to yourself, because it's not them, that this 60 plus hours a week is going to be worth it. The hard work is going to be worth it. The having the fun while doing it is going to be worth it. And you start to post your accomplishments, people aren't going to be around you, bro. People aren't going to be able to, take that type of driven mindset to where, this guy is always focused. He's always focused to where he's gonna do the things he said. He's gonna conquer the things he said. The things you want in your life will come true in your life. Manifestation is real. That's one thing I have realized on the 60 plus hours of putting in grind, in my business, at the job, and just things that's just going to help me. Putting in ties to people on my team to where, I'm helping them out in their situation. You got to realize that you got to put yourself in a position of looking at yourself as a business. Okay, I know everybody isn't a businessman. I know everybody isn't a boss. But at the same time, you are a business. And the more you take yourself serious to the point where, all right, boom, I'm going to have fun during the serious times of my life. I can laugh a hard time off in my life. I can have fun, playful moments with the shorties and, you know, not take everything so personal of her nature. You have a nature as well. So it's like vice versa, bro. You got to play the game for what it is. And I've truly realized that on this 60 plus hours, bro. You got to really play the game for what it is, bro. There is a game, okay? You have to start off from scratch if those are your cards. And you have to build yourself up to the person you desire to be. So the main focus on the 60 plus hours, everybody gotta watch this video, because this is the testimony that is going to change millions and millions and millions of lives. You must focus on building up the person you desire to be as it is already true, okay? And then this is when it already happens. You got to say, this is what I want to do, and just do. Action waits on no one. Time waits on no one. So remember, the more time you invest into yourself, the more time you make it true, it will become true. The person you desire to be will become true. And you know, once you get to the point of you do start making money, you do start having more things coming around, because the 60 plus hours investment into yourself will bring more people around, will bring more assets around, will bring more opportunity around. One thing I don't want you to get confused about is overspending on things that just doesn't matter. Now, it's nothing wrong with investing into yourself and, you know, having things that's going to actually add value to you and your situation and what you want to do, right? But you don't want to get to the point of where, okay, you're building yourself up, you're building yourself up, you're building yourself up, and you get to the point where you can buy a car, and then you go ahead and buy the most expensive car because you want to impress the Jones. Okay, you don't want to do stupid things that's not going to get you to your true own blessings. Okay, you want to do the things that are actually for you and for the right of your situation, because the more you try to impress other people, the more you try to prove other people wrong, if they counted you out, the more you allow them to win. For real, even though your true desire is to win and get the opposite of what they said and prove them wrong. Bro, it's all about proving to yourself of the person you desire to be. Everybody else is side characters unless they choosing to be in the movie, in what you going for. They're helping you. And these are the things you want to pay attention to, because so many times we make people who's not main characters in our life main characters in our life. Not you know, you got mom and dad problems. You remember in the movies when it was a main character in the movie, they never really showed their mom and dad, because at the same time, bro, it was on to the next chapter. Not that you shouldn't appreciate your mom and dad. I'm saying is, sometimes you was hurt by somebody, or, you know, friends in your life, or an ex-lover in your life, to where you make them the main character of your life. You make them have more power than they need to have in your life. So you keep them going in the movie when they never truly existed no more in the movie. You get what I'm saying? So these are all things that you come to realize during the 60 plus hours investment into yourself, realizing, okay, cool, it is cool to make certain investments into myself after making the money, but it's got to be right for your situation, right for your money, because your money is the security line of you. Okay, at the end of the day, when you retire, when you start to have fun in your life, you know, you're just going for a walk in your life, enjoying your life. You really got to get to the point of just like taking it serious now while having fun now. The whole thing of, you know, have fun in your 20s later, and I mean have fun in your 20s now and have, you know, work ethic later in your life, it's a whole joke. You know, especially if you're a man, bro. As a man, bro, your 20s is going to be hard and gritty to where you should be building yourself up now, because 30, you say you start off taking it serious, putting in 60 plus hours a week when you're 30. Now you're in a position to where you're just starting off in your grind. You're not going to be able to have kids till you're about 45 to 50, because who knows, it may take you 15 years to get on your feet. But as soon as you start applying the 60 plus hours a week, it could take a day, any day during the 60 plus hours in that week. But you playing around saying I'm procrastinating to work, you're procrastinating to when you're truly able to live your life. So this is why it's so many old men and miserable, settling down with women they don't want to settle down with, because they don't have a choice. They don't have an opportunity to do what they want to do. Okay, they can't. So one thing you gotta understand is, take your life serious. And anyone who's not taking your life serious, get them out your life, bruh. Get them out your life. It's truly not worth it. It's not worth your time, because all you have is your time, and your time is ticking down as we talk. Okay? As we talk, it's about your time. Where is your time going? What places are you in? And as you become this person, you become the attraction that is going to attract certain things, places, situations, and people into your life. And this is all things that people who's made it to the top and made it to success, they've realized, like, you're going to need people, environments, and a certain mind space to actually get to the place you truly desire to get to. But before you get to the place you desire to get to, you got to have an idea, okay? Because a lot of times we say we want things, but we move blindly, okay? We got to have an idea of where we want our end destination to be. That's when you're able to navigate more better on where you want to be in your life. Because the more you just move blind, like, okay, you're moving forward in your life, but you're not moving to where you had in your mind to be, because you never had anything in your mind as far as in where you want your end destination to be. So having a picture of where you want your end destination to be is the most important thing, damn near, okay? And that way you're having fun, bro. The woman coming to your life, man, okay, cool. You don't have to voice everything about your standards. She's gonna show you whether or not she's about your standards just by her action and her words. They said don't listen to a woman how to catch a fish, but a woman is gonna tell you everything about her nature, even if she's saying it directly. So listen, G. Listen to the things that's going around you in your life, because it's gonna give you answers that God has been trying to give you all along, as the key that is locked right in front of you, that you view as the door that is locked in front of you, bro. You have the key. You have the key to success. It don't matter if nobody else did it in front of you. Use everything that people did in front of you as a way to go. It's no point of starting off and footsteps that's don't have no footprints in the snow, when you've had people walk ahead of you. You had people to pay attention to where say, hey, yo, that was a mistake. I'm not doing that dumb stuff. So you got to take it that personal, because it's like I said, it's not about them on this journey of 60 plus hours a week. It is about you. It is about what you want. And maturing is realizing this, as you come into the stages of, okay, I've been doing the 60 plus hours for a while now. I've realized that, family and friends are not going to be around during this process, because you're merging into a new, better version of you. So with that being said, you've come to the place of you're getting to the environment, the places, the level of mindset and just peace you need to be at in order to actually keep on going during the times, because you will start to think you're tripping. People will start to try to make it seem like you're tripping. You're not tripping. Trust your intuition. You're doing everything right in your life that what you need to do. And that's why we add it up. As one attempt, you put one attempt out there, another try out there, another hour in there. You are adding opportunity for success. You are adding opportunity for a lesson. Stop viewing things as not a lesson. Everything is a lesson. Seek the truth. The truth in your life will set you free. It will hurt in your life, but it will set you free. You understand me? So when it comes down to it, give yourself the peace of mind of saying everything is going to be worth it in my testimony, because it's about my movie and what I have going on. And I'm not going to make anybody a main character in my life unless they deserve to be a main character in my life. And that is what's going to set you free. And keep your pen on your book, because it's about writing your movie, your story. Your life is valuable. The things you have right now is what you're going to have right now in this present moment to get more things and to add on to your life. So appreciate the things now, okay? And this is what's going to set you free. This is what's going to set you free. And it's at the point where I'm on to the next apartment. I'm getting ready to move soon. And I'm just ready to make all moves, bro. I've now come to the point where I've put work into, more hours into my YouTube. I'm now on a road to 100K. But it was a time I started off with 0 subscribers, 0 in my bank account. And I was walking to the bus, walking to my job, recording my videos every day when I got home, and going to the gym. You know what I mean? It was all a part of the process of working hard in my life. If you're not going to work hard in your life, you won't have anything in your life. And life will eventually teach you that. And if you're choosing to choose the substance and be a bum in your life, you're really a moron, bro. You're really a moron to where all you do is sit around and get high and be a moron. I just wanted to let you know that. I hope you took that personal too. And even if you sit in a place of comfort, you're a moron as well. You don't seek discomfort. You don't seek new things that's going to have you grow. Discomfort is going to be the main thing that's going to have you grow in your life. You got to understand that on the 60 plus hours in your life, or you would be just putting 60 plus hours staying in the same place in your life. So you got to seek discomfort. This is the key. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you get in on the 60 plus hours and the attempts of just trying in your life, and you will win. The doors you see locked in front of you, they won't be locked no more. So make sure you like, make sure you comment. Everybody gotta watch this video, bro. Everybody gotta watch this video, bro. And make sure you subscribe. I'm gone, man.